demo, and hello friends, welcome to today's demo. You're welcome to join us for demo if you would like. We're making a rainbow craft. So today we are going to be doing a little rainbow craft, and I wanted to mostly use my favorite neon papers, which are Astro Bright papers. My friend Jordy is like, those papers are always a little too bright for me, and I'm like, oh, they are perfectly bright for me. I just love how neon and exciting they are. They just make me so happy. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to find some colors. I think I'm going to start with 7 of my favorites. So we're going to start with the red. I'm going to do this kind of in-between neon pink, not sure what that color is, neon salmon, I guess, orange. I'm going to actually do my 2 favorite shades of yellow here. So kind of more of like an ochre color, and then I have my neon yellow, and then I'm going to do bright green, and then I'm going to pass on the normal green, and I'm going to go to blue and purple. I think those are the colors I'm going to do today. But I have other colors if you want to, do pink. Oh, pink and purples, that would totally be fine too. I should do a pink. Okay, you convinced me. I'm doing a pink. All right, so that's what we're going to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on just the 8.5 inch side of things, and I'm going to cut these into 1.5 inch little strips. Or sorry, 1 1/4 inch, not 1.5. I'm going to do 1 1/4. Looks like I ended up with 9 papers. But you can make your rainbow as simple or as complex as you'd like. But 1 1/4 inch is the size we're going for. Alright. So now that we have those, what we're going to do is put them all together. And we're going to kind of put them, like kind of stagger them a little bit so that there's about, I would say, maybe a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch between each of your rainbows. Okay? So we're just kind of pressing these together so that they're staggered like so. Okay? So we're going to do that all the way up. And it might make the most sense to kind of hold it in place as you go. So then that way you know that everything is kind of in the it's all kind of even as you're going here. So I decided to do it in this order. I don't know why I decided to do it this order, but I am. So I'm going to make sure as I put my staple in that I'm going to go and I'm going to make sure to put it on the pink one for sure, and then all the rest. And this is going to lock all of those in. So even if you're like, oh, I didn't get all these, it doesn't really matter because they're all staying together. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you start with the one at the bottom, and again, we're going to stagger those the same distance all the way down. So that's how you create this cute little rainbow. Isn't this adorable? So that as you're going, you can see how it's starting to form. It's so cute. It's kind of like the same idea of kind of quilling in a fashion. Actually, a gal was in earlier, and she's like, oh, I need some quilling paper. I don't have any in stock right now. But I was like, oh my gosh, actually, this rainbow idea kind of fits a similar idea, and it's really, really cute. Oh my gosh, I'm so pleased. So we're going to do this all the way up to our top one here. So again, just 1/8 of an inch, and then I'm going to press those in, and I'm going to make sure that I at least get a little bit of the pink, and I'm going to lock that in. All right, so now you have your cute little rainbow. Isn't that so adorable? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Ah, I just love it just even as is. Okay, so I know, right? It's really not that difficult, and it's just adorable. So now I'm going to go here right below my staple because I don't want to cut the staple off. I'm going to trim my little rainbow down so then that way it's at least a little bit more of a manageable size. And it's absolutely precious. Ah! So happy. I know. Isn't it so fun? So now I'm going to actually put in a secondary staple here just because I want to make sure that doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to take my 1/16 inch hole punch. It's a very small hole punch, and I'm going to go through all of my layers here. So I'm going to kind of find the middle at the bottom here. So I'm just going to put a tiny hole punch right there at the bottom. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side here.
It's wiggling so much. Okay.
Very wiggly. Very wiggly. But there's 16th inch hole on the left and right there. So it's a very small bit. Then we're going to take this.
Also a very small hole.
It is a very small hole in a very small.
I have one of these.
Yes, they're really, really nice to have. So I'm going to string in this very fine silver, they call it twine, but it looks like silver thread to me. It's very, very fine. Because I didn't want it to be too bulky when I'm going to be dangling more my little bits off here. So whoops, I pulled that just a bit too tight. I got just a little too excited.
She's a very strong.
Sometimes, I know, right? Me? No, never. If my video suddenly ends, please let me know.
Sure.
Thank you. Because I've been dealing with some storage issues, I decided to tell my phone to back up every single photo I've ever taken.
Oh.
And suddenly they were like, your storage is very full. And I was like, oh no. I have approximately like 10,000 photos on my phone. So it's a bit intense. So my storage is not super happy with me.
That's a whole terabyte right there.
Oh, it's
No, probably
intense.
not.
It is intense. Yes. They were like, "Did you want to pay for 100 gigs a month?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that.
No.
I will just
don't wanna
be
pay.
better about cleaning out my photos. Thank you." Okay, so I have my little strings hanging off here, and I have chosen two different lengths. So I have one a little bit shorter, one a little bit longer. I have these little tiny little scales will trim. All right, so now I'm going to take my little. This paper is kind of textured. It's for the clouds. So this is a die cut from a die cut machine, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that in half.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully I did cut that in half.
Called clouds?
Is it called clouds?
The paper?
This paper is not called cloud.
Oh.
It's a textured paper. It's kind of. I'm gonna actually make a
You were
smaller
just
cloud.
you were just saying you were gonna make the
I'm gonna make the clouds. Yes, I die cut the this shape, this kind of a scalloped image from the shop die cut machine, and I used a paper that was textured like clouds.
like
Yes. All right.
You've
so-
actually pen a cloud?
well, maybe it looks textured like clouds. It looks textured like clouds.
It does.
So I've just cut these in half, and then this one I cut in half incorrectly, but I ended up making a smaller cloud. So actually, that's really cute and actually works really well.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. I'm gonna put a piece of paper down just so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here with that ivory paper. There we are. Okay, and I'm gonna need a grand total of 4 clouds. So these are gonna be back to back. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna do one more. And I think I like that smaller cloud idea. I think that's really cute. So I'm actually gonna fold this guy in half, and that way I can make sure to cut this straight, and I know this will match up nicely. All right. So then we're gonna take pop dots here. I'm gonna put a pop dot in the middle of my little cloud. So each one here. Whoops. This guy here. This guy here. And then
There's a front and back to it, I assume.
there is a front and back to the little clouds. Yeah, just because when you put it in the die cut machine, there's a little lip on one side, which would be the back side. So I feel that stickiness off. I'm just gonna take my little twine and just press it onto that, and then that way I can just put this guy right on top. And one, it adds a little bit of dimension, but also it's a little heavy because of the pop dot, so it wants to actually have a little bit of weight to it, which is really nice. So I'm gonna do that guy on this side over here. I actually think that seems a little low for me, so I'm actually gonna bring this guy up a little higher. I think that actually makes a little bit more sense for my cloud, little cloud groupings. Okay, so that's gonna be part 1. And now for the other ones here, we have this little piece here, okay? So I'm gonna put in a little 16-inch hole on either side. Then I have my other piece of twine here. This is probably about that long. And I'm gonna string it through one side and down, and then I'm gonna do the same thing from the other side. And hang this down. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna put my other 2 clouds are gonna go on here. So let's stick this on. And at this point, you can kind of decide height-wise where you want your cloud to be. So if you're like, you know what, I think based off of how this is going, I think right there probably makes sense. And the other one, I think I'm gonna make just a little shorter there. Now let's see where this guy goes. Okay, and this little guy will hang there. All right, so then in the middle, we're gonna put one more hole there at the top. And on this guy, oh Jay, would you mind bringing me some tape, just some normal tape, Scotch tape? Thank you. And then put one at the very top in the middle, only in the top of the top band of my little rainbow there. Thank you so much. Perfect. All right. Then our last little piece of silver twine here. I'm going to tie a little loop for the top. that little tail there. Then I'm going to put this guy through this little hole in the top. Somehow. Trim it because it looks unraveled. And then I'm going to wrap it around and put it back through that exact same hole in the same direction and everything. Okay, so when you do that, when you have this, then what happens is that this is actually going to want to stay in place however you hang it. It will hold. So that's why we do that. So then on the one on the opposite side of the loop, this little guy is going to go through the top of this. I'm going to kind of pull this out a little bit because as we slide this guy through, this back side here, we're going to put a little bit of tape just to hold that in place. So that way it doesn't come undone. Alright. Now you have, whoops, come on, untangle. Oh my goodness, my clouds, they're like, we want to tangle around you. Now at this point, I might get flustered, except that I definitely made one of these last night and I know that this will work, so I'm not worried.
Yes.
But the one I made last night was also very cute. Also, this one's very cute, so, because I love cute things. All right, and there we are. So of course you could leave it as is, but it's way more fun if you add in little stars, of course. So we're gonna add in some cute little stars because that's even more exciting and fun. So I have all my little paper over here. So for my little stars, I decided I'm gonna use this little guy. And you can kind of do whatever color makes sense. I think I'm gonna go with purple and pink ones because those ones are the most unicorn themed. And I love everything unicorn themed because it's me. It's hot pink. It is definitely hot pink. So you're gonna need, so if you wanna do 4 stars, you're gonna need 8 stars, okay? Because we're gonna be doing those front and back. So I'm gonna just add in a little bit more twine here for my little dangly stars. I think I'm just gonna do 1 line of each for those guys. Adding a secondary little pop dot here. So I want my little stars to be hanging off of my little clouds. And I'm gonna have the stars hang off of my bottom clouds, but if you wanted to do one, you could put it, your little stars wherever you think makes the most sense. Oh my gosh, the pop dot film is probably my least favorite. Come on, little guy. All right, so I'm gonna stick this little twine in here on the pop dot, so that will lock that in. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. If you decide that you want to do stars, you may decide to make your little string that hangs down between your clouds a little longer, and then that way you could just extend that. I wanted to show you could have it without stars if you so choose. And then I'm going to put pop dots on.
Oh, even littler pop dots.
The little, even the littler pop dots, the tiny little itty bitty ones, of course.
Those are little.
They are very small. So we're gonna put those on the inside. I said that I'm gonna do a grand total of 4 stars. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I did that was correct. Okay. This guy. Okay. I'm just gonna peel off that stinking film. Come on. I got other pop dots and it came with like the little tab that peeled off, and I love those so
That's smart.
much. They are so much nicer. I mean, it's not that these aren't nice. I mean, I like the size of these, but having the tab peel off is so helpful.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're just gonna line up our little star on top of that, so you have the dimension, but then it stays in place. And I do have markers in case you are the kind of person you're like, I can see the white on the side and I don't like that.
You could
That's
use
really
gold
fun.
or silver metallic stars too.
You certainly could. Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be so
Yeah.
cute. Oh, I should bring over some metallic paper. I love that idea, Linda. That would be so perfect, and actually would probably fit the theme just a little bit better. Oh yes, my little sunshine. We are going to be adding that in. Thank you for the reminder. I forgot that I wanted to do that. But we'll add that in here too. I just realized that I put the pop dot on the other purple one. Why did I do that? Okay.
Yeah, those are so versatile because you can unstick them and yet they'll still stick.
They'll still
A
stick.
lot.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I know. They are very, very sticky. There's definitely been times where I've gone to pick them off and it just peels the paper up because they have already bonded to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing we'll add on here is our little sunshine. So I decided to do 2 different shades of yellow here because I thought that would be more fun. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one of these little guys. We're gonna put double-sided tape on the back side. Oh no, Jay! Oh, never mind. I found it. My 2-inch wide. All right. I almost had to
It was
call
here
Jay.
for a reason.
Yes, it was here for a reason. I figured it out. I was like, I need Jay, and I was like, wait. I mean, of course I need Jay, but I also found exactly what I needed. All right. So I want to have my sunshine at the very top. So I have my little guys here. Actually, so Taylor, when I made this last night, because I made one last night, Taylor was like, it would be cool if you could make this into the sun. And I was like, oh, I do need the sunshine. What I was going to do was actually fold this in half and make a sunset on top of here, but it didn't hold up as well as I'd like. But if you wanted to do that, it would be so cute. So I'm going to put this guy right in the middle there, and then I'm going to offset this just slightly, so then that way you get the beams from the other color poking through. And there we have our cute little mobile! Isn't it so
It's
adorable?
wonderful.
So I'm going to kind of bend this just slightly, and that way those will kind of hang a little bit more accurately.
Okay.
But that's how that's done. Isn't it so cute? Oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. But you know what? Then it's just fun, and it just brings you joy.
And shoot, I would put stars everywhere.
I know! I love it. You can hang all the little stars in between. It's just so cute, so cute. All right, friends. So if you guys would like to come by and make our craft this week, it's just $5 to make the little rainbow craft, and you get a little rainbow mobile. Yay! All right, we'll see you soon, friends. Bye-bye.